and great that we can have a chat afterwards. I just noticed you said that you were able to find 5,000 students over the last period of time, I think 6 to 9 months or something. You didn't mention, but that's in my mind somewhere. How did you manage to get to 5,000?
No, that definitely didn't happen in one day. It was quite a process in order to build that customer base. And actually what we did is before we started building the product, we actually started investing in our marketing first. Really getting, let's say, a mass based on what we thought students were looking for. And as we got more, substantial amount of web visitors, we then started building the product, seeing if we can convert them into paying users. As we figured out what students really wanted, we saw that they were converting more and more and using our services to the point where we now actually help 1,200 students per month.
Okay. Hey, and that means, in my point of view, you collect vast amounts of data in this particular area. What kind of data do you currently collect to do your matchmaking service?
So we actually have a partnership currently with the Gozefits, which is, I pronounce it right, is a platform that has basically been helping students through independent research over the last few years. That helps us a lot with our academics. But we've also used a large amount of crowdsourced data to find the non-academic elements, such as, say, sports, nightclubs, music that students are also interested. And within that, we actually built our own matchmaking system and our own ranking system from that. So there was a lot of data collection, but it got us to where we are.
I can imagine. Hey, and you're currently live in the Netherlands, but your audience, let's say the students, they come from far, far away. Why do you pick Holland or the Netherlands as your starting area?
Right. Well, from our advice and also general coaching, the idea is always to start in a smaller market to ensure that you have an ideal problem solution fit and you can actually validate that your product is working. So because I have personal experience in the Netherlands, of course, and we're situated here, it made sense to start here, really validate our solution, really validate our product, which we're actually seeing widely validated now by universities and students. And because of that, we'll now start expanding so that we have a problem and a solution that really works and start expanding to different countries.
Cool. Okay. Hey, and I'm going first back to the audience. If you have questions for Discov or later for all the other startups, please use the chat on the right side of your screen. I'm looking down and then I can watch chats coming in. So if you have a question, post it right now or later during the show. For now, I just continue. You're focusing on universities as, let's say, the paying customers. On average, from an investor perspective, it's important to understand how quickly you can onboard new universities and to speed up the whole process. How does that go with Discov currently?
Yeah, so we've currently validated that our sales cycles can take between 1 and 2 months, depending on that. Of course, there are some outliers that take a little bit longer, but on average, it's about 2 months that it takes to sign up a university, or specifically faculty.
So that means does it mean that you recoup your, let's say, investment within 2 to 3 months?
The time investment that we put in, I would say so.
So from, let's say, online marketing towards getting them in.
Fortunately, we work with prepaid contracts. So as soon as we sign a deal, it's also instantly, let's say, money in. So that allows us again to invest it into marketing and growing the product.
Okay. Hey, and you're now working on the Discov for 12? Honestly, I forgot. 1.5 year? 12 months?
Yeah, about.
Let's roll forward a bit. 3 to 5 years from now. How does it look like? What do you envision?
We see that growth on 2 levels. Let's say on the horizontal level, we definitely have big international ambitions. Holland is actually, or the Netherlands is comparably still a relatively small market if we look at, for example, the UK or the European private education market. And if we then look at countries like Canada, Australia, the US, very competitive university markets, very big university markets, we see a lot of potential in those markets. On, let's say, the vertical level, we do see a lot of growth potential into the actual product or the service that we offer. our promise to universities currently is that we deliver highly qualified student leads very far into their recruitment funnel, but we definitely see opportunities to make that a much more integrated recruitment solution, and be able to almost become, let's say, a one-stop shop for student recruitment and taking over, let's say, the whole marketing funnel, servicing universities in that way.
Okay. Hey, and the cool thing is I have some questions from the audience.
Oh, nice.
Great.
One of them asked, how did Holland Startup program help you with your ideation?
Yeah, so I think it really depends also on personality type. For me, it was very specifically helpful because I had big dreams, and I was a little bit scattered as well about how to achieve them, and I was very dreamer focused.
Okay.
What I appreciated the most with Holland Startup is, say, the actual experiment-based learning. So every decision we've made to this day with our business model has been based on experiments that we've run. So in essence, it de-risks your business model, and we're actually able to track everything we do into actual learnings. Because if you don't have that tracking, you can do a lot, but might not be able to do much with it. Aside from that, we've also, as you know, have had help on the coaching in terms of sales, but also marketing, as well as general business modeling.
Okay.
So it's given me a lot of focus and direction.
There is a question from the audience, what will you use potential investments for? And you could maybe also talk a little bit about what you think you will do with an investment, but the other side with your product, how it will evolve over time.
Yeah.
So I think on the one level, we definitely want to bring the product really to, let's say, in the first stage, a managed marketplace where we can really offer the platform as a solution to the university, but also offer additional services in order to help them market the right students. Even in a phase after that, if we can create more integrations and really bring that to, let's say, a SaaS solution where it's really just based on a subscription, and it's almost one single access needed for universities to fill out their recruitment or to do their recruitment.
Okay.
That would be a big milestone for us.
A big milestone.